One thing we learned from good old Freddie Hernandez is you think you're energetic, but you always have to be 10% more energetic.
I don't think I'm energetic. I know I'm not.
Well, this is going to make for some boring content. Demery,
Alan.
in about 48 hours, we're going to take a good friend of ours, drag him out into the middle of a lake in January, and make him race a boat with us.
Yeah, but he's doing that voluntarily. Voluntarily.
You hear that? You're doing it voluntarily, so no complaining. Here at Zero to Awesome, we do a lot of car nonsense, and a lot of DIY nonsense, and a lot of DIY car nonsense, and we've done just a little bit of boat nonsense, like this, and this, and this one.
People seem to really like the boat shenanigan videos that you guys put up. So we have decided to take you guys along for the Frostbite series, which is the first racing series of the year, the season. I don't know. I am a newbie at this.
Dem and I have been on a sailboat at the same time. We have been on a sailboat at the same time while it is racing. We have never raced together.
No. No. When I did it, I stayed out of the way.
She did a very good job. I was in the way, and it wasn't good. There's 12 races in the season. They take place over 6 Saturdays, so we're going to do probably a couple videos. This first video is just what we had to do to get the boat ready for the racing series.
We'll be filming each race and keeping you guys updated via the YouTube channel, obviously, how the races are going, what we've done well, what we could improve on, if we've sunk it.
Sinking is a real possibility.
Yeah.
We have life vests, so that'll be fine. So without much further ado, enjoy seeing the boat getting ready, and we'll see you in a few weeks for the results of our first race. Go team! It is about 3 weeks until the first race of the first series of the season. And I've been up here doing a couple of things. Mostly what I've been doing is trying to figure out what needs to get done before the first race. Overall, we're in pretty good shape. All of the running rigging, that's all the lines that actually move around while you're racing, are in really good shape. The standing rigging, that's all the cables that, well, they don't move while you're racing, that looks really good. I do need to get out with the buffer and do some buffing. I have a pretty nasty water line in a dirty hull from all the sailing I did over the summer, and actually a clean boat is a fast boat. This problem has been plaguing me for a long time. The setup of my winch, where the bow of the boat, and even where the boat sits on the trailer is not great. I've got some balance issues on the trailer. So I need to reposition that winch because I will be launching my boat and recovering my boat every time I race since I keep it on a trailer. Over the next 3 weeks until the first race, the big things I'm gonna do are clean the hull, go through all of my sails. When I got the boat, it had been on a lift above the water, so it was really humid and there's actually a lot of mold in the boat, and some of that mold got into the sails. So I wanna make sure they're nice and clean and in good condition because you don't want a sail to look bad. No, you don't want it to fail. Either way, you want it to look good and not fail. There are a couple bigger projects that I'm not gonna get to in the next 3 weeks. I need a little fiberglass work up here on the bow. I need some fiberglass work on my rudder. Also, it's about time to service the keel. That means take it out, make sure everything's safe, everything works, and repaint it. Needs to happen, not immediate. Everything's safe and is gonna work fine. It's on the to-do list. 3 weeks until the first race, a couple of things to do, so let's get busy. It is slightly less windy and a little quieter in here and a little drier. Oh, there's water coming in everywhere. We are 1 week out, a little under 1 week out from the first race of the season, and things changed. Rather than keeping the boat up on the trailer, Dem and I were actually out doing some sailing around yesterday, making sure things on the boat work and getting a little practice in, and a friend offered to let us borrow their slip. They normally keep their boat in a slip in the water. They're having some work done to it right now, so it's actually going to be out on the land for a couple months. which means we can keep the boat in the water for a little while. So instead of buffing out the hull because it's gonna get dirty while it sits in the water, I cleaned the top side. It could use a good going through probably before the spring with a nice high-powered pressure washer, but most of the grime came off and it's gonna be clean enough to race in a very cold winter series. Inside the boat, I'm just gonna do a little bit of housekeeping. I'm gonna tidy a couple things up, and most importantly, all of the fun summer stuff, like koozies and captain's hats. Well, actually this captain's hat can stay, but really all the stuff that we don't want flying around when we're out racing, I'm going to pack that up and get that out of the boat. Well, it's still windy, but I think we're about done, ready to put the cover on and head out. Let's take a really quick look at what I actually left in the boat and I guess what we're going to be racing with. First of all the summer fun stuff, yeah, that's gone. Koozies, noodles, I mean, don't get me wrong, we'll bring some koozies with us, but typically we'll bring a bag of some drinks and some snacks, and we'll just throw koozies, things like that in there. All the fun summer stuff, the sunblock, things like that, went in the bag. We're racing in January and February. Not gonna need it, plus that stuff goes bad, and you kind of need to replace it every year anyways. Over here, we have the sailing kind of equipment. Hats, gloves, sunglasses. In here we have a VHF radio. The fleet we're in requires that you race with a VHF radio for emergencies and for hearing race updates from the committee boat or the boat that's in charge. Tiny little set of binoculars actually comes in really handy when you maybe can't see the start or finish of a race course. Cup holders, very important. Little waterproof pouch with some paper in it, but also insurance card and boat registration. Skipper's hat, that got to stay. Over here, we have some more kind of mechanical things. Toolbox full of just basic tools, screwdrivers, wire cutters, zip ties, hopefully some duct tape. Don't know if there's duct tape in there or not. Some spare parts. We're not gonna do any major repairs while we're underway, but you've got some extra stainless steel bits and bobs and cotter pins and fun things like that. First aid kit, and although the first aid kit does look like it's 300 years old, I did recently restock it with fresh first aid supplies. To be honest, I'm probably gonna use this more than anybody. More tools, multi-tool, waterproof floating flashlight, emergency little air horn, not beeping that in here, I'll go deaf. And of course, well, if you have an old outboard motor, you gotta keep your starting fluid around. And even more zip ties. Way down in here is where my sails live. It's empty right now because I'm cleaning my sails. Some of them were a little mildewy, shall we say. Down here, battery for the boat. A lot of people take that out because it is kind of heavy, and racing a little boat like this, every ounce counts. I'm not competitive, my crew's not that competitive, and we would rather charge our phones than, you know, get rid of the battery. Up front, I've got spare overflow life vests. The law requires you have to have one life vest for every person on board. So we've got good ones down here that we can wear and race. This bucket with a latching lid is actually cleaning supplies. Super handy, everything, some simple green, some rags, even another bucket fits in here, really convenient, has a lid so stuff doesn't go flying everywhere while you're racing around on the water. And just some spare paper towels, stuff like that. These cushions, they go out in the cockpit when we're racing to sit on, so they're just in here for now. And we keep some towels in here. They may seem like a summer fun thing, but God forbid somebody goes overboard, we want to get them a towel and warm them up. After the current racing series, she's going to need a really good clean out inside. She's going to need to get the hull buffed again. There's some other projects. I need to finish some wiring, take these off and probably just tint the windows, a couple little things. But for now, for racing, for 12 races over the next 2 months, I think we're ready to go. Time to make sure the crew is prepared. I'm going to put the cover on and head home because it's still like very cold and windy. If you're saying, Alan, you're not on a boat, well, you have a good eye. We're in the garage because it's sail cleaning time. You have really two options to clean a sail. You can send it to a professional sail cleaning company, which will charge you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, or you can do it yourself in a bucket. I'll be right back. I'm gonna find a bucket. Turns out I didn't have a giant bucket. I thought my recycle bin would be nice and clean, and turns out my recycle bin is actually very gross in the bottom. So I cleaned out my trash can the best I could. And for a little added protection, I put a trash bag inside the trash can. And this is what we're gonna use to clean the sail with. Boom! Pow! power of oxygen. This is laundry detergent. Some of the things I read online said use a oxygen activated laundry detergent, and I found one that has no perfumes, no dyes in it, because we don't want our sails smelling like a nice spring breeze. I'm gonna put a couple of scoops of this in here. Fill 2 line for 1 regular loads. How many loads is a boat sail? Can't go wrong with too much oxygen, right? Something tells me this trash can is gonna get very heavy. Before we get too far, I'm gonna toss the sail in. This is what we're starting with. You can see the sail bag, pretty mildewy. The sail itself, unfortunately, is even worse. All these little black spots are mildew in the sail that we're gonna try and get rid of. This one isn't so bad, really only has 1 bad spot on it and a little bit right here. That I might be able to clean up with a little bit of soapy water and Demery's toothbrush when she's sleeping. I'm really glad she doesn't watch these. Fun fact, when I was a kid, I had like a rash and I had to take a bath in some special medicine, and I distinctly remember my parents putting me in a trash can, probably identical, actually maybe this exact trash can. If this trash can can hold a boy, it can hold a sail and some water. I am mildly concerned about this trash can just bursting open. We are just about full of soapy water, so I'm going to agitate the sail. Hey sail, you're ugly, and you smell. Wrong agitation. Oh yeah, clean. Remember folks, always do this in January. It is agitated, it is resting in soapy water, so I'm actually gonna let it soak maybe overnight. Once it's done soaking, I'm gonna pull it out, hang it up in the garage to dry, maybe take a soft brush to any spots that are still looking pretty nasty, and well, we'll see if it looks any better. In the meantime, the sail bags can go in the washing machine, so I'm just gonna throw my sail bags on the gentle cycle in the regular old washer. It's been a few hours. I'm just out here doing the occasional churning of my boat butter. I ran the sail bags through the washing machine. They didn't really clean up well at all, so there's not too much hope for this. I'm gonna let it soak overnight, rinse everything off in the morning, let it dry out, and I think that is it. The first video where we go racing, it'll be up in a couple weeks, and I'll make sure to update you on if this butter churning sail in a bucket experiment worked. If you like what you see, subscribe. If you hate what you see, leave us a comment, and we'll see you next time. Will the viewers at home consider my feet gross?
They might.
Put socks on. I really want to get some moccasins to wear around the house.
That's a good one.
I got my slippers.
Good. Good for you.